Greetings, YouTube. I always promise that regardless of how big or how small, I'm going to grade each offer, but I've got to be honest. This offer is not something I'm excited to grade because it is, as the in-game inbox shows, a Tier 1 Alpha Catalyst bundle, which Tier 1 Alphas are so easy to get now, particularly for a combination of the Glory Store or the Tier 1 Alpha Arena, different opportunities that even though you can use them up very quickly, especially with ranking up 5 stars, it still is the case that they're not the price that they used to be and shouldn't be included as that. So when we look at this offer today, it is essentially the poo-poo platter. Tier 1 alphas are really something that's a bonus. It's sort of like what I like to call the fortune cookie at the end of like a Chinese food in America, at least, meal. I've said that, and people are like, well, in my country, we eat Chinese food, and fortune cookies don't exist. That's an American thing. I'm like, okay, I better remember to say that the next time I use that analogy. So, what do you know? I did. But, so like for $10, for example, like it would be pretty common to see 5 Tier 1 Alphas, 2 Tier 4 Basic. The 100,000 gold is pretty retail price. And ideally, at least a Tier 4 class Catalyst Crystal, not a bunch of fragment crystals that aren't going to be adding up too much. But Kabam is trying to do something really kind of clever but also infuriating in 2021, and that is to jack up the price, the retail price of these average daily deals to what we would expect to pay 2 or 3 years ago to train the brain to reset expectations, jack up price, and then suddenly if it's $5 for 5 Tier 1 Alpha, well then suddenly it's the greatest deal ever, even though it's really just more like a C to C plus deal given what we've seen in the past. Tier 1 Alphas are generally a throw-in, not a main course meal for an offer, and yet that's exactly what we're seeing today. Now, if you're desperate for Tier 1 Alphas and you can't get them in the Glory Store or the Arena, and we need to remind ourselves of who this is available to, and this is available for proven players. So, if you're proven, if you're Conqueror, heck, even if you're uncollected, and you don't get Tier 1 Alphas easily, I get it. But my advice to you would be to find like a Map 3 Alliance, an Alliance quest, and just start opening some Map 3 crystals. Those things have so many Tier 1 Alpha opportunities that you'll easily go from being in a drought to having several in your overflow for free, right? Other than, I guess, the cost of what it would take to clear the paths of Alliance quest. But at the same time, it's just really frustrating that players are trying to be price gouged when Kabam knows that the value of things has decreased. It really is trying to get those sort of beginner players, those proven players, to pay a premium. Now, I will say this. Deals are a cost-benefit analysis. You say, I'll pay you $10 because I don't want to grind the Tier 1 Alpha Arena, or I don't really want to spend my glory on Tier 1 Alphas, and so I'd rather instantly pay $10 than waste X amount of minutes or even hours doing work for the same items. And so if you look at it that way and are desperate for Tier 1 Alphas, maybe you can justify this as a C offer, but I'm still going to give it at best a D+. If it was $5 for 5 Tier 1 Alpha, I'd be okay with it. For proven players especially, I'd give it at least a C+, maybe even a B-. But it's just, this is the price we'd expect to pay a couple years ago, and so 2018, 2019, they really did call and want their deal back, but it's 2021. They're not taking that deal back, and so I don't know what else to tell you other than to say Kabam is really trying to reshape the market, reshape expectations, and this is another example of that in 2021. That's all I have to say about this. Hope you're having a good day, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for supporting my Marvel Casino of Champions YouTube channel.